Well, welcome back, Scouts, for Activity 9, Recycling, Chocoholics Delight, and Making Rainsticks. Hemp Hill, Camino Real, Blanca Vista Elementary, and all others are welcome.
We are glad you looked in on our Scout pages. Since we are all home more now, these Scout activities are created for fun at home and keeping Scouting alive during these times of COVID-19. Please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Please join me in the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
A Scout is thrifty. A Scout works to pay his own way and to help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property. A Scout is thrifty.
Show the Cub Scout sign. Tell what it means. Make the sign with your right hand. Hold your arm straight up. The two raised fingers stand for the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The fingers look like the sharp ears of the wolf, ready to listen to a Kayla. Remember, a Kayla means good leader to a Cub Scout. Your mother or father or guardian is a Kayla. So is your Cub Master or your den leader. At school, your teacher is a Kayla.
Show the Cub Scout handshake. Tell what it means. When you shake hands with another Cub Scout, do this. Hold out your right hand just as you always do to shake hands, but then put your first two fingers along the inside of the other boy's wrist. This means that you help each other to remember and obey the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
Say the Cub Scout motto. Tell what it means. The Cub Scout motto is do your best. A motto is a guiding principle and a rule for living. Do your best means trying your hardest, not just a little bit. Do your best all the time. Do your best at school and at home. Do your best when you play a game and help your team. Do your best as you work on your rank adventures.
Show the Cub Scout salute. Tell what it means. Salute with your right hand. Hold your first two fingers close together. Touch your fingertips to your cap. If you aren't wearing a cap, touch your right eyebrow. You salute the flag to show respect to our country. Always use the Cub Scout salute when you are in your Cub Scout uniform, both indoors and outdoors. If you are not in uniform, you salute the flag by placing your right hand over your heart.
I like scouting because it gives me an opportunity to get out and hang out with my friends.
Requirement 6A. Learn about the 3 R's of recycling. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Discover a way to do each of these at home, at school, or in your community. Americans buy a lot of stuff. We also throw away a lot. When you practice the 3 R's, you are helping to create less garbage and take care of our environment. Following the 3 R's also means we create less pollution. The factories that make products like paper, plastics, and aluminum use chemicals, water, and energy. Cars, trucks, trains, planes, and ships that use gasoline and oil also create pollution. Moving products from factories to stores uses energy and causes pollution. When a product is used and thrown away, it can stay in the environment for a long time. Did you know that every plastic bottle that has been thrown away in the last 50 years is still around today? Remember, you may drink a soda in 30 minutes, but the plastic bottle it came in will be around for the rest of your life. Practicing the 3 R's. Reduce. Reduce means using less. For example, if you use a cloth towel instead of a paper towel, you use fewer paper products that have to be thrown away. You can also reduce how much water you use. Turn it off while you're brushing your teeth. Take short 5 to 10 minute showers, just long enough to get your body clean and your hair washed. Turn off the lights when you leave a room. This reduces the amount of energy it takes to run your house, and it will also help your family reduce the electric bill. Reuse means to use something again. If you use a sandwich container that can be washed and reused, you will use fewer plastic bags that cannot be recycled. Take reusable bags with you when your family goes shopping. Plastic bags end up in landfills. Reuse empty cans and jars for storing crayons, markers, and other small stuff. Before you throw something out, think about how could you use it in a new way. Recycle means collecting things that can be made into something else. That keeps these items from going into a garbage dump. Plastic bottles, cans, cardboard, newspaper, glass jars, and many other items we use every day can be recycled. Collect recyclables in bins at your house or take them to a local recycling center. Use recycling bins at school and in your community too. How does recycling work? Here's one example. Plastic bottles are sent to a recycling center and are sorted by type and color. The plastic is cleaned and chopped up into tiny pieces. The tiny pieces are melted into liquid. The liquid is spun into fibers like thread, and the fibers are woven into fabric that can be made into clothing. If your family needs to recycle old computers, phones, TVs, paint, cans, or chemicals, ask your parent to see if there is a special recycling center nearby for those items. Choose one way to reduce, one way to reuse, one way to recycle. Every little bit helps save our land, air, and water, and helps wildlife have a clean place to live too. Make the 3 R's a habit. I found out that my favorite fleece jacket was once a bunch of plastic bottles. It's so awesome that bottles are now keeping me warm instead of sitting in a landfill.
Requirement 6B. Make your own recycling center or contribute to an existing one. Community recycling centers often recycle paper, plastic, aluminum, and other things. Ask your parent or den leader what you can take to your local center. Your den may decide to make its own recycling center. Many Scout dens and troops work with organizations to recycle items that would otherwise wind up in landfills. A den or troop can collect items such as candy wrappers or empty juice boxes. Then the den can ship them off to be recycled or transformed into new products. With your den, make containers to collect recyclables in your home, your classroom, your den, your parents' workplace, or somewhere else in your community. Your recycling center may collect telephone books, newspapers, eyeglasses, old cell phones, or other recyclables. Work as a group together and take these things to your local recycling center. A Scout is thrifty. When you reduce, reuse, and recycle items, you are being thrifty by using resources carefully and not being wasteful. Requirement 6C. Create a den project from recyclables for a PAC meeting. Toys, art, boots, furniture, stained glass windows, tree houses. Hundreds of cool projects have been made from recycled materials. Bring to your den meeting items that would have been thrown away, and bring your imagination. With your den, brainstorm what you can make from the items everyone brings. Use the best ideas to create a project from recycled objects. Display your project at a PAC meeting or share with your family.
Requirement 6. Learn about composting and how vegetable waste can be turned into fertilizer for plants. When you eat a banana, do you throw the peel away? When you scrape extra food off your plate at dinner, where does it go? You can actually turn banana peels, food scraps, grass clippings, and even paper into fertilizer for plants by composting. Composting is a process where you mix organic material in a pile or a container along with a little water. Worms and insects chew up the material and help good bacteria grow in it. In a month or two, you end up with a dark, rich fertilizer that you can spread around plants to help them grow. You can make a compost pile in the corner of your yard, or you can use a special composting container. This page shows how to make a compost bin out of an old trash can. To make a compost bin, find a metal trash can with a tight-fitting lid. Ask an adult to drill or punch 10 air holes around the can near the top edge. Ask an adult to drill or punch 20 drain holes in the bottom, each 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch in diameter. Dig a hole about 15 inches deep in a corner of your yard that drains well. Set the can in the hole and push the dirt from the hole up around it. You can add worms from your local Walmart or store that has them. Start composting. Here are some things that can go into your compost pile or container. Table scraps, nothing greasy or meaty though. Fruits and vegetable scraps, crushed eggshells, leaves, grass clippings in thin layers, pine needles in moderate amounts, flowers and chopped stems, coffee grounds and filters, tea leaves and tea bags. Remove any staples if they have them. Newspaper and shredded paper. Avoid glossy paper and colored ink. Shredded cardboard. Barnyard manure. No dog or cat waste though. Add water from time to time so the compost stays as wet as a damp sponge. Once a week, stir the compost from the outside in. That's all you have to do. The worms and insects will do the rest. A scout is thrifty. One way to be thrifty is to keep food out of the landfill by composting it.
Requirement 8. With the assistance of your den leader or parent, participate in an event that would help lead others in recycling and conserving resources. You can help conserve resources by remembering 3 words: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce. Don't buy things you don't need. Take care of your clothes and toys so they will last longer. Look for products that use less packaging. Reused, like refillable water bottles instead of bottled water. Find new ways to use old things, like turning old comic books into wrapping paper. Shop for clothes and books at thrift stores and give clothes you've outgrown to charity. Take cloth shopping bags to the grocery store instead of getting disposable bags. Recycle. When things can't be reused, take them to your local recycling center so that they can be recycled into new products. Our scout camp has picnic tables made of recycled plastic. The camp ranger told us it takes 1,250 milk jugs to make one table. That's a lot of vitamin D. Recycling is a great way to conserve natural resources. Your school or community probably has recycling stations set up, or you may be able to set out recyclable materials with your ordinary trash. Some stores have recycling bins for plastic bags and other recyclable materials. Some people drive cars that have been converted to run on used cooking oil. They smell like French fries when they go down the street. The most common materials that are recycled are paper, glass, metal, and plastic. Other things that can be recycled too, like used motor oil, tires, and even computers. You can recycle food waste by composting it, which turns it into fertilizer you can use in a garden. Plastic bottles, packages, and toys have numbered recycling symbols on them. The numbers tell what types of plastic they contain. Check with your local recycling center to see which types it accepts. If you don't recycle, now is a good time to start. If your family recycles, look for ways to do more. Keep a log of every item you recycle for 1 week and share it at a den meeting. Will you be the best recycler in the den? For this requirement, work with your den leader or parent to encourage others to recycle and conserve resources. What could you do? Here are some ideas. Set up a conservation display at your chartered organization. Promote what can be recycled in your neighborhood. Hold a recycling drive for things like computers and batteries that can't be left in a recycling bin. Run a contest in your pack to see who can bring in the most recyclable materials.
Requirement 3A. Learn about the energy your family uses and how you can help your family decrease its energy use. Energy is anything that makes lights work, keeps your home at a comfortable temperature, cooks your food, makes cars and buses go. Energy costs money, and how we use it can affect the environment. You can help your community and be a good citizen by using energy as sparingly as possible in your daily life. Talk with an adult in your family about the kinds of energy your family uses and how much money you pay for energy. Pick 2 ideas from use of energy below and try them for a month. Talk with your family about the differences you notice by making the changes. The next time your family receives a utility bill, see if the changes affected how much energy you use. Remember, it takes energy to purify water. Move it to your home and heat it. Water. Search for dripping faucets and other ways water might be wasted. With an adult, correct those problems. Turn off the water while you brush your teeth. Ask your parent or guardian to use cold water for doing laundry. Take a shorter shower or run less water in the bathtub. If you didn't drink all of your water, use it to water a plant. Try any other water-saving ideas your family agrees to. Electricity. Replace old light bulbs with LED bulbs or compact fluorescent bulbs. Be sure no lights are left on when a room is empty. Help your parent or guardian hang laundry outside to dry. Unplug electronic devices that are not in use. Read a book instead of watching the television. Try any other electricity-saving idea your family agrees to. Heating, cooking fuels, natural gas, propane, fuel oil, etc. Turn the thermostat down in the winter and up in the summer. Use energy-saving settings on your clothes dryer. Help your parent or guardian look for repair places where outside air is leaking into your home. Keep doors and windows tightly shut. Turn down the heating element on a gas water heater. Try any other heat-saving ideas that your family agrees to. Transportation. Walk or ride your bicycle to run an errand or go to school. Participate in a carpool to attend school or another activity. Help your family keep lists of errands to reduce driving. Use public transportation if it is available to you. And try any other ideas to use the family car less.
Requirement 5. Learn about your family's expenses and help brainstorm ways to save money. Plan and manage a budget. You've probably gone to the grocery store with your mom or dad and seen how much money it takes to feed your family for a week. But did you realize that food is just one expense your family has? Although every family is different, all families have to pay for other things. Here are some of them. Food, groceries, restaurant meals, school lunches. Housing, rent or mortgage cost. Utilities, gas, electricity, water. Transportation, car payments, bus or subway fares, gas, and maintenance. Clothing, doctor and dentist visits. School supplies. If you have younger brothers and sisters, your family may have child care costs. If you have a pet, your family pays for pet food and visits to the veterinarian. If you go to a private school, your family pays tuition. Many of the fun things your family does also cost money, including family vacations, trip to the movie theater, a theme park, or a sporting event, shopping, playing on a sports team, movie and video game rentals, and scouting activities. Talk with your family about your month-to-month expenses. Find out which ones are the same each month and which ones can change. Talk about some ways that you could decrease your family's expenses. A scout is thrifty. You can show that you're thrifty by helping your family find ways to save money. Here are 2 examples to get you started. You can save on movie tickets by going to an afternoon matinee or renting a DVD instead of going to the theater. You can save on transportation costs by combining errands into one trip or going places by bike. Making a budget. A budget is a document that helps you plan your finances. It shows how much money you will bring in, called income, and how much money you will spend, called expenses, for a certain period of time. Your family probably has a budget, even if it's not written down. Your school has a budget, and so does every business and government. The budget for the United States government is hundreds of pages long. For this requirement, create a budget for yourself for a 2-week period. Write it in the space shown on the next page. My budget. Income. Allowance. Gifts like birthday money, extra chores, and other are your total income. Expenses. Movie ticket, video game or movie rental, snacks, clothes, music, other. These are your total expenses. Subtract your total expenses from your total income, and here's what I have left. Add up all your income items and put the total on the line labeled total income. Add up all your expenses and put the total on the line labeled total expenses. Now subtract the total expenses number from the total income number. That total is what you have left over. You could save that money for a future large purchase, like camping gear. If the total expenses number is bigger than the total income number, you are planning to spend more money than you take in, which is not good. Go back and adjust your expenses so that you have enough money to pay for them. Keep track of your income and expenses for 2 weeks to see how well you followed your budget. Afterward, share your results with your den leader and your fellow Webelos scouts and your family.
Requirement 6. Learn about energy use in your community and in other parts of our world. Part of building a better world is making sure you don't waste energy and other natural resources. This requirement will help you get started. Saving energy. To stay warm or cool, see at night, and go from place to place, we need energy. Your community uses many types of energy, and so does your family. Find out what kinds of energy you use and write them in this chart. The energy I use: to stay warm or cool in my home, to travel by car, to travel by bus or subway, to watch TV, to have warm showers, to see in my room when it's dark outside. Some types of energy are renewable, which means you can never use them up. These include energy from solar panels, wind turbines, and hydroelectric dams. Other types of energy are finite, which means they will eventually run out. These include gasoline, natural gas, and coal. Whether the energy we use is renewable or not, it is still important to conserve it. If your family wastes a lot of energy, your utility bills will be high and you won't have money to spend on other things. If too many people use their air conditioners on a very hot day, a city can temporarily run out of power, which is called a blackout. Pick one of the types of energy your family uses and decide one way that you could use less of it. Practice this saving idea for 1 month and ask your family to join you. Here are some ways you can save electricity, for example. Set your thermostat a little warmer in the summer and a little cooler in the winter. Keep your blinds or curtains closed on hot days. Take shorter showers. Use ceiling fans to make rooms feel cooler. Don't open the refrigerator door more than you have to. Unplug electronic devices when you're not using them. Turn off the lights when you leave a room. Use energy-efficient light bulbs. You can learn more about each type of light bulb in the Fix-It adventure on page 384. There's an incandescent bulb, a compact fluorescent bulb, and the light-emitting diode LED bulb. Requirement 7. Identify one energy problem in your community and find out what caused it. With your den or your parents' help, find out about an energy problem that affects the people in your community or your home. Learn what has created this problem. Prepare a den exhibit for a PAC meeting to teach other PAC families about the problem and how it could be solved. Some examples might be lights left on when you leave the room, taking long showers, dripping faucets, and look for any other energy problems that you can find.
Chocoholics Delight. Ingredients: 2 ounces or 1/2 cup powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon butter, 2 teaspoons cream cheese, a dash of vanilla, a dash equals 1/4 of a teaspoon, and 2 teaspoons cocoa. This is one of our favorite chocolate recipes. It sounds strange, but it is delicious. We made it this summer while camping with my sisters and their daughters, and everyone loved it. Place all ingredients in a sandwich-sized plastic zipper bag. Squeeze out all the air, squish and mash the bag until all the ingredients are well mixed and there is a creamy consistency. Add any favorite flavors or other treats such as raisins, M&Ms, peanut butter, chopped nuts, etc. if you like. Take out a spoon and enjoy.
Today I'll be showing you how to make your own rain stick. For this, you'll need a paper towel roll or a gift wrap roll, whatever you have. I'm using a paper towel roll, and some aluminum foil and duct tape or moving tape. We're using contact paper because that's what we have. So first you would take your contact paper or your tape, and you would put it over one side of the tube. Then you would start rolling your aluminum foil up and squishing it so that it's nice and sturdy, like this one right here. It shouldn't be that bendable once you have squished it. Next, as soon as you've done that, you should get a broom or any other round thing like this.
Like a dowel.
Yeah. And just wrap it around tightly. So that it's just like this. Next, you'll pull your thing off like this. And then what you'll do after that is you'll be sure to stretch it out so that it's slightly longer than your paper towel roll. So after you've done that, you should stick your, it should be able to go in smoothly like this. You shouldn't need to put any pressure. And I'm using a funnel, but if you don't have a funnel at home, then you could also use your hand to just let the rice or unpop popcorn kernels, or you can even use plastic beads or beans if you don't have those. So next what you'll do is you'll take your funnel and you'll pour your ingredients inside.
How much popcorn kernel is that one?
So this is 1/4 a cup of popcorn kernel, and for your rice, you will need half a cup. You can also experiment if you're doing a gift wrap roll because it may be bigger and you may not like the sound that it makes. So you can also do a little bigger amount. But I made it with a gift wrap roll right here. You can see that it lasts longer. And if you wanted, and I probably used more than 1/4 a cup and half a cup. So then you would just push it down a bit so that it's like this. And then you would take your next thing of duct tape, put it over like this, and just secure it right here. Like this. Then, once you've done that, you may not have brown paper, packing paper, but you can just decorate the paper towel roll or use any other paper, but be sure that it's the size of your paper towel roll right here, or your gift wrap roll. So next, I'm using duct tape, but
you're using double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape, but you don't have to use it. But you don't have to use the double-sided tape. You can use regular tape, just tape it on the outside. You can do something like that too. If you have double-sided tape, then you can also use that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll it like this onto the double-sided tape, like this. And then you have your rain stick.
And what did you use to decorate the paper?
I used paint sticks, but you don't have to use paint sticks to decorate it. You can use markers, crayons, oil pastels, anything that you have to decorate it, I guess would work, except for pen. I don't know if pen would work on top of the cardboard too, but I think everything else would work just fine.
Did you run out of tape?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Why don't you show them the one that you already made, and then
so
they can hear it.
This would be your finished product. And if you used gift wrap and you used more, then it would probably sound more like this. For this one, I used different types of beans and rice.
us next time for Activity 10 to learn about cooking at home and making apple crisp. If you are interested in joining a pack near you, visit beascout.scouting.org.